Cassandra Nova. Is she the most powerful being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I think it's a pretty valid question. After all, the TVA removed her from the multiverse entirely before she even had the chance to grow up. They were so afraid of her that they had to bargain with her so she would remain within the void, where she grew up and eventually ruled. This special purging treatment is only used on the most powerful and dangerous beings in the multiverse, such as Sylvie, so we already know that Nova has to be in the upper echelon of power within the MCU. In this video, I'm going to take a closer look at Professor X's sister to determine just how powerful she is within the MCU. Obviously, this video will contain spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine, so if you haven't seen that yet and care about those, then I guess come back after you've seen the movie. As I mentioned, Cassandra Nova is the sister of Charles Xavier, one of the most powerful mutants in the multiverse, and Cassandra is really no different. Being the other side of the same coin that her brother occupies, Cassandra is also an extremely powerful telepath. Executive producer of the movie Wendy Jacobson said this about Nova's power, quote, "Cassandra in the comics is such a powerful character. In our movie, basically every time that Cassandra is on screen, she's sharing the screen with these two mega icons. Finding someone who could hold their own against Deadpool and Wolverine was really challenging." On face value, I don't think this is the greatest statement we've ever heard about the power level of characters within the MCU, but when you think about it, it's a fantastic compliment for Nova. When thinking of characters to go against Wolverine and Deadpool, they needed someone ultra-powerful, something beyond what we're used to. After all, Wolverine can go toe-to-toe with the Hulk, as we see in this movie. Not to mention, Wolverine and Deadpool are able to regenerate fast enough to take the energy needed to atomize them completely. In this film, we see that Cassandra is far and away the strongest being in the Void, save for Alioth, who can destroy entire timelines itself. Powerful characters like Johnny Storm are terrified of her. Johnny, within the films, is extremely dangerous. His supernova threatened to set fire to the Earth's atmosphere, a feat requiring multi-continental levels of energy, and later, the Human Torch was able to defeat Doctor Doom, who had obtained Silver Surfer's star-level power, making the Human Torch one of the strongest characters in the MCU multiverse. However, it is important to note that Johnny was amped at the time, so it's probably much safer to say he isn't star level when Cassandra kills him. Considering Human Torch along with the brilliant mind of Reed Richards and the power of Omega-level mutants such as Magneto couldn't do anything when attempting to defeat Nova should tell you how intimidating she truly was. Not even Magneto's helmet could save him from Nova. Throughout the course of her time within the Void, she's personally killed a Doctor Strange, a powerful sorcerer in most timelines, the Sorcerer Supreme and greatest spellcaster in his universes, typically. If the Strange she killed was anywhere close to 616 Strange, we're talking about a sorcerer with access to a myriad of spells that put him on the same level of Thanos, who was wielding multiple Infinity Stones at the time. She's also killed multiple Professor X's who we've seen could penetrate the mind of even the Scarlet Witch before ultimately losing to her. Cassandra's telepathy and mind-altering abilities are extremely formidable, however, she does require physical contact to probe the minds of her enemies, while other powerful telepaths like her brother and the Scarlet Witch do not. Despite this drawback, Cassandra can still hold her own at range due to her insane matter manipulation. With this ability, she's entirely invincible, able to reform and reshape her body should she incur any injury. She was also able to tear away Johnny Storm's skin and muscles, instantly killing him. This is likely how she handled many world-shaping Omega-level mutants who arrived in the Void to challenge her, such as Magneto, Storm, and even Jean Grey. Because she's killed so many alternate versions of her brother, and because we know she killed Magneto despite him wielding a helmet which prevented his mind from being intruded, we can pretty easily assume she's also been forced to kill other Omega-level mutants like Storm and Jean, as they should have arrived alongside their fellow X-Men when their timelines were purged. Nova also has access to telekinesis, which she used on multiple occasions to keep her enemies at bay, and even used it to send Wolverine deep into the ground. Due to her immense power, the only thing that could hope to stop her was dampening that power with Juggernaut's helmet. While that did work, she was ultimately freed and attempted to destroy every timeline so she could rule the entire multiverse within the void. This, in and of itself, should tell you the upper limits of her power. Cassandra was confident she would be the ruler of the multiverse given the chance to merge all of them within the void. This, along with the fact that the TVA was terrified of her, makes me believe this was achievable, and at her full power, uninhibited, Cassandra wouldn't be stopped by anyone in the multiverse. Within the void, she would rule over Scarlet Witches, Doctor Stranges, Omega-level mutants, Celestials, and all manner of godlike beings. The only way to be rid of her was to overload her with enough energy to purge the multiverse, ending her existence permanently. And while Deadpool and Wolverine were successful, Cassandra was able to fight back and push through the pain for an extended period, showing us just how impressive she truly was. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Do you think Cassandra Nova is one of the most powerful beings in the multiverse? Would she have successfully ruled the multiverse within the void if she were successful? I think she would have been pretty successful for a long time, but there are a lot of insanely powerful characters within the multiverse that would certainly challenge her. Again, let me know down in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching, everybody. We really do appreciate it. Remember, like and subscribe. It really does help us out. And remember the motto, it's Cassandra Nova over everything, and I'll see you guys next time.